HRC to expand its organ transplant equity work to address access to the United Network for Organ Sharing, UNO's general organ pool for people with HIV, not only to HIV transplant. The new guidelines must be strengthened and we need mechanisms to be put in place to identify centers that use nursing guidelines too conservative. In the case of Lamont Valentin, Columbia Presbyterian was very conservative. If he had been in another state, he would have gotten the lung and heart transplant and he would have survived. We need to stop that. We call upon HRC to use their significant national advocacy strength so in the future, people with HIV are treated equally in regards to organ transplantation all across the country. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm James Robinson. I'm with ACT UP New York. I'm also with the City University of New York.
James.
Clap for me, CUNY students. Why are we here tonight? We're here for a lot of reasons.
Equality.
But an important reason is this. Across the street, they're giving awards for something called the Corporate Equality Index, right? The Corporate Equality Index. Would you believe that nowhere in the Corporate Equality Index is how corporations treat people who have HIV? Guess what? People who have HIV and who are part of the POS community are also part of the LGBT community.
Hell yes.
HRC has a moral obligation to have feet on the ground, immediately appoint an LGBT and HIV liaison, and help this community where it needs it the most. Thank you.
Right. Now we'd like to invite the angry pacifists to talk about Monsanto and pinkwashing.
All right.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, a lot of us were here protesting HRC because they were honoring Lloyd Blankfein and Goldman Sachs. Now, what did Lloyd Blankfein and Goldman Sachs do wrong? They almost destroyed the world economy.
They made us rich.
Right? So, this was the LGBT caucus at Occupy Wall Street, amongst other groups that came out that night, and there was a much larger police presence. We felt that we are citizens of the world. We're not just LGBT people. We have to look out for the whole world, right? Because we're part of that world. Tonight, HRC honoring a company that has caused so much damage in this world. I'm a professional botanist, and in the 80s there was a great hope that gene splicing and genetic engineering would lead to great benefits to society. But then, you know, giant corporations took over, and what they did was they created GMO organisms that were resistant to the horrible chemicals that they make, like Roundup. So they can spray 100 times the amount of Roundup than they used to do. And what happens? You have massive bee collapses in the world. You have people being poisoned, watersheds being poisoned. So I think that we need to step forward and say, HRC, not only do you have to pay attention to more HIV/AIDS issues that are critical to us, but we want you to understand that we are citizens of the world too. We're not just LGBT people. We don't want you to back corporations that are destroying the planet, destroying our planet. Like this is happening.
Sure.
There are two things I'd like to mention. As we're standing here shivering tonight, there are between 4,000 and 5,000 young people. Over half of them are LGBTQ who are homeless on the streets of New York. Where is HRC? Human rights. Where is HRC on homeless youth in New York and homeless youth across the country? They're nowhere about it. They are inside feeding their faces at the Waldorf, while others don't even have a roof over their heads tonight. That's one. The other thing that HRC has, they finally got onto the marriage bandwagon.
What I do care about is that the LGBT community that is sexual and absent totally and neuterizing all of the efforts to acknowledge that we need attention paid to the realities that the LGBTQ community is a sexual community. And that needs to be respected. It needs to be reflected in the advertising and in the prevention efforts. HRC is totally pinkwashing that way. Oh no, we're getting married, you know, we're doing all the right things now. Fuck that shit.
Give it up!
So we need to have really effective, realistic campaigning. We need it to be visual, and we need for HRC to get on that bandwagon so that the Jesse Helms terrible amendment will not be continue to be preventing effective prevention efforts in the community.
It's all true.
Right now,
the HIV
right now,
community,
the infection
it's
rate.
not necessarily sexual. It doesn't. It's not LGBT.
Can I finish
There are
what I'm saying?
There are straight
Finish your
people
statement.
who are HIV positive too.
Let him finish his statement.
What I want to say is that right now, the infection rate is as bad as it was in the worst days of the epidemic. And where it is the worst is among young MSMs, particularly Black and Latino, who at the present rate of infection, by the time they're 40, 60% of them who are still alive will be HIV positive. And among white MSMs, by the time they're 50, over 40% are going to be HIV positive. We need to get behind real efforts to stop this infection rate. And we should be celebrating sexuality, not whitewash, not pinkwashing it. So,
Up for Andy.
It is.
Thank you. Come on, let's make some noise.
Now we
Yelling makes you warm, you know.
HIV. It's not.
Now
it have to do with
now we'd like to
sexuality.
invite Terry
HIV.
Wilder, who's an HIV/AIDS activist with ACT UP New York, to talk about New York State's end of the AIDS epidemic.
Hi, I'm Terry Wilder. I'm a member of ACT UP, and I'm also was appointed to the Governor's Task Force to End AIDS in New York State. So I just want to talk about why I'm here today. HRC has had a horrible history of fighting for people with HIV and their rights. We are in the middle of a plan to try to end AIDS in New York State. They need to be involved in this. The governor last year during Pride Weekend announced this plan. Is HRC involved? I have not heard anything about them being involved. It is time for HRC to step up and get with us and end this epidemic. We need more than website information. We need more than just one fellow assigned to HIV. They really need to step up and come and fight with us to end this epidemic. We have the tools for the first time in our lives to end this epidemic, not only in New York State, but around the world. They need to act up, fight back, and fight AIDS with us. Say it with me. Act up, fight back, fight AIDS. Act up, fight back, fight AIDS. Act up, fight back, fight AIDS.
Act up.
Fight back, fight AIDS.
Let's go.
That's great.
Let's go march
Everybody ready?
now.
All right.
To the Waldorf.
Let's go to the Waldorf.
Seize the castle. Let's take the streets.
Everybody have their chance.
You have some.
All of you,
Get him on camera. Get him.
all of you completely concentrate on this, that it's an LGBT thing. It's not.
They're only with HRC was saying this. HRC takes in $15 million a year
Yes.
in the name of the LGBT community.
Yes, but we need to expand it.
You're
So
right, of course. Of course you're right that it's not just a gay thing. Of course. Nobody could argue with that.
it seems to be very
No.
gay oriented.
But it's focused against HRC.
If I'm going to record this,
You understand what's going on,
Yeah.
which is taking in excess of 15 million a year
Right.
for LGBT people.
Yes.
That's why maybe we
Yes,
spoke this way, and like maybe
But perhaps
okay.
if the focus wasn't LGBT,
Well, half of
whatever. Right.
half of the new infections are going to be straight people, and the other half is going to be LGBT people.
There's, of course, there's
This is what-
infections
this
by
is-
intravenous. There's
This is
drug
what the
use.
data says.
Yes.
So, you know, what do you
Perhaps-
think we should do? I mean, do you think we're doing something wrong?
Yes, you're focusing in
Tell
on
me.
fucking gay shit
But that's
instead
because
of on
these
the
people.
disease.
That's
The
because of
disease
these
is the
people.
fucking problem.
These
not
people
gay.
here are focusing on the LGBT community. I hear what you're saying, and you're right.
If it wasn't focused on the LGBT community, then the
Yes.
money might be distributed.
Correct.
more-
Yes. Yes.
Because there's a bunch
Yes,
of
sir.
fucking Republicans who
You're
don't
right.
give a fuck about LGBT.
You're right. You're right.
And if they thought that their daughters were going to die of it, they might care a little bit.
You're 10 types of right. I don't know how to agree with you more, sir. You are right. I mean, this is the unfortunate truth. You know, how many people have you lost? I could tell. I could tell just by looking into your eyes. You know? Yeah. And that's common for New Yorkers. The rest of the world don't understand this. You know? They don't get it.
Nope.
They don't get it.
So we're not taught. Outside of New York City, we're not taught about HIV.
This person's from Southern Illinois. Was never taught about HIV. He's now
HIV
a
is the thing that
student at
people.
City College.
Well, I'm from San Francisco,
Are you?
so
Sanford and New York City. That's where they get it. That's it.
people are dying.
What's your name?
My name's Marcus Pierce.
Marcus, I'm James. It's a pleasure to meet you tonight, sir.
It's my pleasure. When we would, in the late 80s, early 90s, I would ride on the subway and like half of the people were suffering from AIDS, and you learned to know that. It wasn't like hidden because you just knew it.
You could see it.
You could
See it,
see it in, you could see the lesions, you could see the
The KS, you could see. You could see the KS, the Costly sarcoma, and it was visible.
the
I
the
hear what you're
carcinoma
saying. You're
was
right.
like so obvious, and I saw so many people dying from it, and I can't believe that it's still a fucking issue.
It's just that you can't see it anymore.
They gave us enough drugs so we won't die tomorrow.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are dying slowly.
Right.
And that's the truth.
That is the truth.
We're all dying slowly.
Right.
And,
All right, man.
You know,
I'm
nothing
gonna
but
take
love,
off.
man.
I gotta go
Peace,
home.
all right? Nothing
All right.
but love.
Thanks for
All
coming
right.
up.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Marcus is bringing up the stuff. What do we do?
All right.
I need to be.
You're going to be here watching the stuff?
Till 6:15. I have to go to quarter after. I'm watching it till then.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.
So what do you got? HRC's been calling this in.
Go, 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 go.
Wait!
Lights are good.
The green light, come back.
Crap. I'm gonna need a small favor.
What do you need?
Could you take my phone for a minute? Cause I gotta put my glove on. My hand is completely numb.
Yeah.
So am I. Get some footage.
Oh crap, it turned
Turned
the
off.
camera.
I don't know how to
You got some good footage, right?
Yeah, he was like filming
You
everything.
should have used the pole like the other guy did.
And then what are
Get
we?
it to work. I told him to just hold it. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Alright, Allison. Okay, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Key code. All three down and then one to the right.
Right back.
All three down. No, middle one. Middle and then to left.
Oh, the left.
Yeah,
Like that?
yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Hey, listen, I need you to take a picture with me, okay? Go faster, go faster. Fuck you.
Yeah. Do me a favor.
What do we do?
Can you do me a favor? Can you raise the sign up for a minute just so I can have it here?
I gotta do tweeting and stuff. I'd move on somewhere else. I really would.
What do we do? Act up, fight back. What do we do? Act up, fight back.
Act up, fight back! What do we do? Act up, fight back! Homeless youth are under attack! What do we do? Act up, fight back! Homeless youth are under attack! What do we do? Act up, fight back!
Homeless youth are under attack.
What do we do? Act up, fight back! Homeless youth are under attack! What do we do? Act up, fight back!
Homeless youth are under attack.
What do we do? Act up, fight back!
Homeless youth are under attack.
What do we do? Act up, fight back!
Chelsea Holmes is in our bed, singing back to walking dead.
Who's gonna understand that?
Just